Hey everyone, my name is Christian Buckley. I like Marvel's Avengers, and today's an exciting day to like Marvel's Avengers, or to not like even, because not only did we get confirmation the Black Panther War for Wakanda expansion, free DLC, looking to be a 6 to 8 hour campaign, is coming August 17th. For more on all the announcements for that today, I will be talking about it on a solo episode of Excelsior this Saturday. For those that are new or unfamiliar, Excelsior is the channel's MCU/Marvel/ specifically Marvel's Avengers podcast. My co-host Jack Martin is away on assignment, so it will be me. We'll get into that later, but today this video is about the free-to-play weekend starting today. At this moment in time, it's not available in the PS4, PS5, Sony storefront. That seems to be just out of date, but if you can go through the app or the browser, you should be able to access the free trial of Avengers. If I can find it, I'll link it in the description of the video. But the free-to-play weekend is running until August 1st for PS4, PS5, PC through Steam, as well as Stadia. Xbox players, for some reason, it's not this weekend. They did say they're working with Xbox to find a good weekend for a free-to-play weekend of the game. But the reason we want to do this video today is to just give some tips, because whether you are a Marvel fan who has waited because of the reputation this game has, whether you're a Marvel fan / trash talker of the game, no more excuses, you want to keep trash talking, check it out. It's just gonna take some of your time, and truly I think it's worth the time because the campaign is excellent. So today we're going to run through what you should be focusing on as a new player or a returning player, because things have changed, believe it or not, since launch. Marvel's Avengers at its core is a beat 'em up game. It's a looter. This is the main page. You see Operations, Avengers Initiative, but for new players, you want to focus on Operations. That is the single player mode that is dedicated to teaching you the lessons, mechanics, and overall structure of this game through really, really good Marvel stories. It should direct you towards Reassemble, which is the launch campaign. You have all of them available, but you should start here, and you can probably finish it this weekend. It puts you in the shoes of Kamala Khan, as she's working to reassemble the Avengers 5 years after an in-universe catastrophe. And it's really good. It's one of my favorite Avengers adaptations I've seen in a while, and it is superiorly underrated. I think it's a very good thing. But the game is going to be taking its time to sort of focus on gear as well. As you play the campaign, you'll be getting a lot of gear. Gear isn't super important, despite this being a looter, which is, a problem that the community has with the game in general. But for you new players, you're going to be getting new gear pretty constantly. So first tip is, when you bring up the main menu in-game, you'll see you have a lot of gear that you've either picked up through destroying robots or getting as mission objective rewards. If you hold the L2 button when you're just on this page, you'll automatically equip your best stat gear. You're going to be getting so much gear playing through the story that you're not going to be wanting to level any of them up. So just make sure consistently, maybe every other mission, go into this menu, hold L2, and you'll be able to boost your power level. That's the other thing. This game has a couple different progression systems. There's 4 we're touching on in this video. There's only 2, maybe 3 you have to worry about. You'll see here it says level 50. That is your experience points, which we'll figure out how to grind that in a second. But you also see power level. Power is tied to your gear. I imagine within the weekend you're not going to be hitting the power cap, but it's just something that will help you with higher level content, especially if you choose to buy the game and continue playing after the weekend. Champion level is not something you have to worry about right now. But as you're progressing through the campaign, you should be able to, at least with some of your characters, hit level 50. Once that happens, you're going to be able to access the helicarrier more frequently. That's going to happen during the campaign as well, so you can grind out some side stuff to make yourself stronger. Whenever you do that, every day you log in, be sure to pick up the daily bounties from these kiosks. They're pretty simple, straightforward objectives that you're going to be doing as you play the game anyway, and they'll just give you resources for, again, if you decide to pick up the game down the line and level up high-end gear. That's going to be essential. But they also give you XP, which you'll be able to use to get new skills and new abilities. So when it comes to leveling in this game for this free weekend for beginners, The skills you have to worry about are primary skills and maybe specialty. Primary is the one that will allow you to unlock more and more attacks to build out your kit. That's essential because as you play the game, you're just going to learn more attacks. Specialty is able to give certain boosts to certain aspects of your skills. Mastery doesn't come into play until late game, so again, you're not going to have to worry about it. Likewise, Champion XP, this is for the people who have like 100 hours in the game. If you want to grind out stuff though, specifically your level 50 XP and getting your skills unlocked, if you want to have as many skills as possible as you play through the campaign, an easy way to do that, especially because this weekend is going to have a 400% booster multiplier for XP, you're going to be earning a lot of XP very quickly. Load up into the harm rooms. The harm rooms are very, very simple, straightforward, kind of boring, but throw on a podcast, throw on Excelsior, throw on some music, you'll have a fine time. In the harm rooms, though, there are multiple waves. You can pretty much queue up into any single one. As you progress to higher levels, you might want to try more challenging ones just to stave off the boredom. But as you play the harm rooms, you'll be earning experience, which will go towards your level 50 skill progression, which will also allow you to get skill points to unlock skills in that primary skill tree we saw before. Like I said, as you play through the campaign, it's pretty natural, it comes at a good pace. But as you get deeper and deeper, if you want to grind out and you want to maybe unlock some more and more skills for a wider range of characters that you maybe want to take into the multiplayer mode, this is the way to grind it out. Because I will say, Thor is my main. I was so excited to play Thor in the campaign, and unfortunately Thor is kind of only there at the very end of the campaign, but it is what it is. The last progression we want to talk about today is the challenge cards. The challenge cards are basically battle passes. You have one for each hero from launch, so Thor, Kamala, Hulk, Black Widow, Cap, Iron Man. Each one, if you max it out, which again will not be possible in the free weekend, each one will net you 1,300 units, credits. Credits are the microtransaction currency that you can use to buy skins. But if you're lucky, if you're able to, do some of the weeklies or some of the dailies through this weekend for multiple characters, you might be able to accrue enough to buy a really nice skin, which is able to be bought in the marketplace. So I know Avengers has like a bad energy around it. I know people trash talk it a lot, but I think what this weekend is going to be good for is giving you a taste of what it excels at. And that's the story. They just dropped a high-level multiplayer content called an Omega level threat. I have yet to play it because I'm waiting for my team to all be around, because you need to matchmake with 4 people because it is very difficult. But there's stuff like that in the game that you don't have to worry about. Truly, I think for the new players, the main focus is the Reassemble campaign, because I think it does a great job at introducing you to this world, the rules, the mechanics, the structure of the game, and this take on the heroes, which is the exciting part. Marvel's Avengers shines the brightest when it is exploring their characters, their story, and their world. So that is available through the Reassemble campaign. If you're able to get through that, I highly recommend doing the Kate Bishop and Clint Barton campaigns. They both tell an overarching story between the two of them. And if you manage to get through all of that, you will be caught up for the War for Wakanda expansion, because that is the next story drop in the game. So I know it might seem overwhelming, but I do think, as opposed to other games as a service titles, especially with free-to-play models, Destiny, I love Destiny, but I think it is very overwhelming for a new player in 2021 to start up Destiny and understand everything. Marvel's Avengers, I think, through the Reassemble campaign, through this free weekend, is going to change some minds, and I think is worthy of it if you're a Marvel fan in any way. Check it out. Let me know what you think. And yeah, there are other things you can do here. Explore around. The community is very, very open, I'd say. If you have questions for me, you can at me anywhere about the game. I will do my best to get to them quickly, because I know the free weekend is a limited time thing. You can leave them here in the video. I TikTok. I have a lot of videos about Marvel's Avengers as well. So yeah, Also, if you have any thoughts on the game or your time with it, be sure to leave it here, or you can write in, I guess, here or the comments of Excelsior. I'll talk about it and your experiences with the game on Excelsior, because I'm curious, I truly am, how the greater Marvel fandom that has waited on this game is going to receive it. But at the end of the day, the Reassemble campaign is your priority this weekend. Give it a shot, see what's up, explore as time goes on, and yeah, have a good time avenging. It's a really good game. Thor mains for life. We'll have more Avengers content this weekend as well as in the future, because, you know, that War for Wakanda expansion is coming up, and it looks good. It looks very good. It's a make or break moment, but it looks good. So that's it for me today. I hope you have a good time playing the game this weekend. I sure will. Maybe I'll see you out there. And yeah, enjoy. And until next time, it's pizza time.